Hello students, welcome to this session on cybersecurity. Today we are going to look at classification of cybercrimes. So, um, cybercrimes can be classified into four types or four groups: against individuals, cybercrimes against property, cybercrimes against organization, and finally cybercrimes against society. So let's look at different kinds of cyber crimes or cyber attacks that can be performed in each group. So first we will look at cyber crimes against individuals. So first one is email spoofing. So spoofing technique is like imitating another entity or another user or any other entity. Okay. So Mm, I would like to give an example for email spoofing. Sometimes you might get emails from, let's say, Gmail or Facebook or any other popular website. For example, you might get an email from Gmail like this. Uh, the email body will something look like this. During our security mm walkthrough or the security checking, we found out that your password is insecure, and we would like to suggest you to change your password. And below that, they will give a link or a button which you can click, and you can enter your username and password. So normal users read such email and they will directly click the link or they will click the button. And once they click the link or button, they will see Google login, that is enter username and password. They will enter the username and password and they will click submit and their account is hacked. Okay. So whenever you get an email, you have to verify first from which email you are getting the, from which email ID you are getting the email. So when you see the email, first you can see from who is the sender. So if the sender email ID looks like no reply at the rate of google.com or no reply at the rate of gmail.com, it might be authentic. It might be. Okay. There are techniques to spoof the sending email ID also. So there are various free web resources and software you can download or you can use to send spoofed emails. Okay, right. And next one is phishing. Okay, so phishing means um, the main channel for phishing is sending emails only. So, like I said in the previous example, that can be treated as phishing also. So you will get legitimate looking emails embedded with hyperlinks or buttons, or sometimes you might even get attachments as PDF documents or Word documents or PowerPoint presentations, etc. So when you click the hyperlink or button, you will be redirected to the hacker's website and you will do some kind of action like you will input your details like name, address, etc., etc. And sometimes it might be asking you login details like the Gmail details, Facebook details, like that. And in the case of attachments, when you download the PDF or any other kind of attachment and you double click it and run it, uh, malware will be installed on your system. Okay, something like keyloggers, trojans, virus, like that. Okay, and that keylogger or Trojan will send automatically the information of your system to attacker. So phishing is a very dangerous thing and also the most successful thing because a lot of users don't look at what is the hyperlink that they are clicking and what is the button they are clicking and what is the URL in which they are entering the information. Okay, so human, according to security, human is always the weakest link, right? And next one is spamming. So spamming is just sending junk emails to everyone. There is no target person. They will just take a list of users, thousands and ten thousands of users, and send the junk traffic to those emails. And spamming can be one of the mechanisms which can be used for phishing. Okay, they can send phishing links through, as spam. Okay, and they can also include email spoofing in that. So these first three things are somewhat interlinked with each other. Okay, so before going to the next cybercrime, let's see this. So you can see here various kinds of phishing tactics used. So most of these things are fake invoices. Okay, so example is maybe one day you open your email and you see some invoice from Amazon.com or Flipkart.com or any other retail organization, and you will see in the invoice you have purchased so and so products. You have to pay the amount, and below there will be a button to make payment. Okay, when you click that button, it will ask your bank details or credit card details. So if the person enters their details and click submit, that's all. Your bank account is hacked. Okay, so like that, similar kind of other phishing tactics are malware attached as documents, like I said, PDFs or Word attachments, and again malware. So this is very rare, but it is also one of the tactic in phishing: mail delivery failure messages and other kinds, orders, payment, fax, bill, emailing, and docs. And this infographic is about spam. So you can see here 45% of all the email that goes through the network is always spam. Okay, and types of spam you can see here: advertising, most of the time it is advertising, or it is adult related, uh, finance related spam, and frauds and other kinds of spam. Okay, so let's go back. And next one is cyber defamation. So it's like the attacker has grudge on someone and wants to make them and wants to defame them. Okay, so they might upload more photographs of that person on the internet, social media, or write bad kind of mm, things on in the web and spread them, advertise them, etc. All of these things will lead to the defamation of the target person. Okay, so you are hurting the feeling of other people. And next one is cyber stalking. So this is mainly done by perverts or who wants to uh, bully or do some other kind of things with women. So it's a technique for that. Cyber stalking means um, the attacker or the person who wants to stalk will monitor the activities of their target, either through social media like Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc. Or if you even go further, they can install malware on the target system and they can access the webcam or the microphone of their system and listen to all the conversations or see them directly. Okay, so that is cyber stalking, just monitoring the activities of the target. Computer sabotage. This is like destroying the target's computer. Okay, system, target system. It can be computer, laptop, or any other electronic device. So while talking about phishing, I told you they can send malware, they can send virus as an attachment. Okay. So when you double click the attachment, the virus gets installed on the system and it will delete all the files and makes the system unusable. All your precious data will be gone. Next thing is password sniffing. So this is like you can install specialized software or you can install keyloggers on their on the target system, and whenever they are opening URLs, typing the username and passwords, they will be stored somewhere in a special area, a special file, and that file will be sent to attacker. Okay, so that is password sniffing, just monitoring the passwords of their target. And second category is cybercrimes against property. Okay, so under this category we have credit card frauds. So this credit card frauds, the primary way how they get the credit card details is through these techniques. Most of the time, there are other techniques for getting the credit card details also. So once the user enters the credit card details and sends to the attacker, they can do all kind of things, purchase whatever they want, and the bill that is the invoice goes to the original card owner. Okay, and then we have intellectual property crimes, IP, intellectual property crimes. So this is related to organizations or companies who have what is that patents and other kind of copyrights. So you are trying to, let's say, some, let's consider two organizations X and Y. Let's assume X has a patent on some kind of device, electronic device, and the company Y just copies that patent through by getting the details through hacking or whatever. They get the details of the patent and they will create counterfeit goods or duplicate products. Okay, that can be treated as intellectual property crime. And last one in this category is internet time theft. So from a remote location, the attacker will try to modify the time on the target system. Okay, this is pretty rare nowadays. It is not being done. It is a very old thing. Okay, so they will mess the time of the target. Okay, so which will cause synchronization kind of issues. So that's it for this session. I will continue the remaining two categories in the next session. Thank you.